Okay, and this is going to be the second episode I air since the other one was so short. I am again your host, Joe JDF Foster, and the second episode I'm going to be running is on the TV show Rules of Engagement, which aired from 2007 to 2013. And one thing that in the, this is a show that when it aired, people enjoyed because one thing about it was the great cast. You had Patrick Warburton, Megan Price, Oliver Hudson, Bianca Kadlec, and David Spade as the main cast members for the first two seasons. In the third season, starting in the third season, they added they added another actor who had the last name Adhere, who played, I'm probably mispronouncing that, by the way, but he played David Spade's assistant in it by the name of Timmy. And they would finish out, and he would be a part of it until the end of the series. But now, for those of you who don't know, Patrick Warburton is known for being Joe Swanson on Family Guy. Megan Price, if you've seen Netflix's The Ranch, she was the character known as Mary. Oliver Hudson, a good amount may remember when Fox did a thing back in 2015 to 2016, a show called Scream Queens with the character of Wes Gardner on it. And Bianca Kadlec, a TV series on NBC called Undateable, and Halloween Resurrection, where they do like these webcams set up and it's supposed to be like a big TV stunt, and Michael Myers comes to visit. And she plays the character of Sarah Moyer in it. And then David Spade, most remember for Saturday Night Live or for being on the movie Tommy Boy as Richard, Joe Dirt as its title character, and but something people might not realize is that a number of these actors have actually worked together on other projects before this came out, or they worked on the same show even if it wasn't together necessarily. Bianca Kadlec and Oliver Hudson were both on the TV series Dawson's Creek. Oliver Hudson came in during the later seasons as a man who worked at a bar where Katie Holmes' character of Joey Potter worked while going to college. Bianca Kadlec, on the other hand, played an actress who worked for James Vanderbeek's character of Dawson Leary and had a previous fling with him. David Spade, Patrick Warburton worked together on The Emperor's New Groove, where David Spade played the Emperor, known as Emperor Kuzco, and Patrick Warburton was Kronk, who was the servant of the villain the antagonist in the movie, Isma. Now, something I didn't remember until I looked this up is that David Spade and Oliver Hudson actually worked together also in the movie Grown Ups 2. But that's because I wasn't a big fan of the two Grown Up movies. So I didn't watch them. And so I didn't want to keep them in mind. Also, they throw in a fact that the character of Timmy is said to be from South Africa. in the show, and the actor who plays him, Adhere, I may be mispronouncing it, and I do apologize for that, was actually born in South Africa. Also, this is the second show to feature rules in the title that starred David Spade. The other was 8 Simple Rules, starring John Ritter. David Spade would come on after John Ritter died. Now, what I enjoyed about this is that the episodes, they didn't go one after the other and everything drag out. This was meant to be a comedy, and it was meant to be a situational, so therefore it wasn't the idea that, oh, hey, I'm going to do this. It wasn't like Friends, where everybody was either trying to be in a relationship or going through some phase that ended up being some long, drawn-out thing. For them, that episode was based to that episode, even though there may be a callback to it later in later ones. Now, one of the running gags they had going in the series, to a certain point, was the fact that, let me rephrase that. The show itself is about 3 types of people. The married couple, which is played by Patrick Warburton and Megan Price, and how their life is. The engaged couple, Bianca Kadlik and Oliver Hudson. And then the single guy, played by David Spade. And it shows how each of their lives are different, and yet how they manage to intertwine with each other as friends or in some way. And one of the things I thought was funny is when in the show they make mention of it, is that due to the way David Spade's character, the single guy, is around women, especially with the workplace and other things, and not wanting to have to do the payouts and sexual harassment lawsuits, he actually institutes a policy actually named for his son in order to make sure that it doesn't happen. But again, anyways, with this show, it's a situational comedy mixed with some drama very nicely. And this was a good for the weekly episode thing. Or when it went into syndication, or it would run every day, it made a good spot filler if you needed something to watch. Or if you just really wanted to waste time and enjoy the peacefulness. Sorry. Great cast on the show, each having credits in something else that they were good in before this or after this. And I don't see them stopping as long as they can keep it up. Now, my grade on this, the only reason it didn't go to an A is because while it was very good, there were some episodes that I felt were unnecessary or just didn't fit in some way, and I didn't like. So I discounted for those. But overall, it was a great show, and I would recommend it to anybody who wanted a good comedy series to watch or wanted something fun. I would recommend it over Friends and most other shows because it explores different areas. But like I said, it gets a B+ overall. Now, I would like to know what your guys' thoughts were on this show if you saw it, or if you do find a way to see it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and what you thought of this video, as well as what you would like for me to do in an upcoming video. Until next time, later.